I got a 3-day cleanse, and it was a little tough, not eating the food part of it, but I did it. And that was the first thing that I succeeded in when I put alcohol behind me. That was the first, empowering, successful thing that I conquered that showed me, wow, you are stronger than you think you are. You can put your mind to something and you can achieve it. After work, when I would have a couple of drinks and go home and go to bed and wake up with little kids, it was not a good start to the day. And those were habits that when I looked back, I was like, these are maybe things that I want to put behind me. These are things that I want to let go of. It was difficult to break those habits and those routines, but over time, we just built new ones. And seeing my children's, they go from sitting in a restaurant looking bored and looking at an iPad. As a parent, you start to be like, okay, you feel this guilt that they're not growing. I'm supposed to be providing them this life and these possibilities, and I'm failing at my job right now. So I didn't want to be a failure to them, and I knew that for me there was more out there as well. So by making a change, like removing the alcohol and changing what we were doing on our weekends, we started having more fun as a family. My kids were experiencing things that they hadn't experienced and growing, and it just brought forth new lifestyle routines and happiness that I wouldn't change for anything now. I was always into health and fitness, and I, always would enjoy thinking about losing that extra 3 pounds or whatnot. And a few girls I work with are the same way, and if we ever found new products, we would be like, oh, I found this new product, I found this. And a friend of mine said, oh, I'm gonna do a squeeze cleanse, and I was like, oh, what's that? And she had bought a 3-day cleanse, and she likes spicy, so she was doing a spicy one. And I was like, well, let me know how it goes. I'm very interested in something like that. So this was before I made a shift to working on a better me. And I loved the idea of it, and I wanted to try it, but I still needed to have wine at the end of the night to wind down. And I felt like a failure because I couldn't dedicate myself to a full 2 or 3 day cleanse. So the first time I got a cleanse, I did that. I did 1 day, I think. And then the second day I had wine at night, and I felt like a failure, so I didn't complete it, but I did drink the juices. I just didn't do an actual cleanse. So when I took alcohol out of my life and I was ready for all of these positive changes, I was like, you know what? I'm ready to do a cleanse. I've wanted to do this. I've never finished one. Let's give it a shot. So I got a 3-day cleanse, and it was a little tough, not eating the food part of it, but I did it. And that was the first thing that I succeeded in when I put alcohol behind me. That was the first empowering, successful thing that I conquered that showed me, wow, you are stronger than you think you are. You can put your mind to something and you can achieve it. I felt like I was on top of the world. It was like a natural high, like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can do things. And so I felt great. In the beginning, it was like, I would love to lose 3 pounds. That'd be great. And that's a perk to it, kind of like the fancy house. That's a great perk to it.
Right.
But just feeling so much better inside, feeling like your body is healthy and your gut is healthy, and the mentality of knowing that you can overcome any obstacle that you put in front of you, that was so much more rewarding than the perk of 3 pounds, which was a great perk.
Yeah.
When I do a cleanse, I feel really good on the inside, and that just comes out for me. I feel good in my skin, I feel comfortable, I'm more energized, and that's happened with taking the toxins of alcohol out of my life as well. So all of that combined, sometimes I feel like it's a superpower. My 7-year-old definitely has noticed changes in our lifestyle. Last week, he came into my room, it was a Saturday, and it was one of the days that I let myself stay in bed a little longer. It was 7:30, and he said, "Why are you still in bed?" And I just thought to myself, wow, that's so nice for him to think it's weird that I'm in bed. He's used to me being downstairs, studying early or cleaning up, making breakfast, kind of getting a plan for the day. That was empowering to me because it showed, wow, he's noticing a difference. Like if I'm just lazy and lay in bed, that's strange for him and he doesn't find it normal. So for him to see like, oh, we're up, that he might apply that to his life. This is what we do in the morning. I like having Nerf gun battles with my son. I want to be the best role model that I can be for my children. I would like them to see that I work hard for what I want in life. It doesn't just come easily. For me, success is my happiness, and it's my attitude towards getting to the happiness that I want in my life. I used to think, 2 years ago, that success was the type of neighborhood you had, it was the type of house you had and car you drove. But then I realized that those are just material things that come with and eventually are benefits to the success that you build for yourself. It's all gonna start in me to begin with, and those will be things that I'll reward myself with because of my small steps to success that I'm building for myself. Taking anything negative out of my life was the best decision that I ever made, because I was able to open my eyes to what I really, truly enjoyed doing with my time and with my family. And just by working on that and working on myself, all this success began to snowball. And the happy moments overcame any of the bad ones that I had before, and you just start to want more of it. And so by holding on to that and what the future has, that's just been driving my success to go forward. I knew that I would get there, and I just had to keep giving it time, which was something that was outside of my comfort zone, but being stuck in my comfort zone wasn't propelling me anywhere. I just applied to sonography schools in my area, so getting in and accepted would be the next step for me, and it's a 2-year program, so going to school for ultrasound, which is the sonography, and finishing, getting a job in a hospital. That is right now at the top of my list to do, and it's competitive to get into the schools, but I knew that without alcohol holding me back, I would be able to do well, and I got A's in all of my prerequisite classes, so I'm hoping that I get in. And I've also learned that everything happens for a reason, so if I don't, it's okay. I think there'll be another plan for me. I have immersed myself in this community that is focused on sobriety, and I also enjoy helping other people that felt stuck like I felt. So if I can help shed some light on how your life can change positively and that there's more for you out there, that you are able to go get it and you don't need a substance to hold you back. I would also like to help as much as I can in that community in any way that kind of comes and presents itself to me. I think, I don't want to say I don't think that things are just going to fall in my lap, but I've learned that by doing me, doors have opened. Like this, like I wouldn't be here sitting here talking to you if I didn't focus on me, and if I didn't put one step in front of the other and just take it one day at a time to move forward to the life that I wanted.